A very good morning to one and all. It's a great day. Alok was mentioning that we don't know what the speciality of the day is, but I can say that having all of you present out here is making this day special. So let's have a clap for everyone who's present here today. So I remember, when I started attending this conference many years ago, as Alok said, a decade. It's been a decade that, this conference started. And I was yesterday speaking to one of my friends who came and met me at the hotel over dinner. And I remember in the early days of the conference where, I used to come and attend as a delegate. And I used to meet Alok and Dr. Bhatia as well. And, how I've seen this conference grow, over the years. It's been fantastic. It's been remarkable. I think my journey with the conference has also grown from being a delegate to a speaker, to a moderator, and now as the chairman for the 2019 Congress. I think it's a pleasure, and it's a huge honor for me, and I really thank Alok, you, and Dr. Bhatia, and the Congress for this unique honor. Thank you very, very much. Coming to today's Congress, I think it's going to be a great mix of learning, of discussing, where all of us are going to put our heads together. I'm sure, as Alok said, that there's going to be a lot of knowledge that we're going to take back home. And interestingly enough, today I was reading the headlines on the front page of one of the newspapers where they mentioned about a fashion retailer, and this is a woman entrepreneur who started a business 4 years ago in fashion retailing, and today the business is valued at 970 million. So it's going to be a unicorn in the next few days, or it's already a unicorn. So in less than 4 years, a 27-year-old woman entrepreneur has totally transformed the way retailing is being done, which is phenomenal. And I think this is the era that we are in today in terms of the way things are moving, the process. The entire the way that business is being done today has gone through an entire metamorphosis. Interestingly, when I was making some notes for my opening talk today, few things that came to my mind that I would like to highlight, that over the last few months, a lot of us have been listening about, how e-commerce has been growing at such a fast pace. So has the brick and mortar business also been growing in the country and globally as well. And now the omni-channel concept has become even more prevalent, has become even more relevant. But interestingly, what we also see is that, the associations and the governments have also been looking at, what these businesses are going through in terms of a change and a metamorphosis. Recently, we saw something on e-commerce that talked about how good or bad is deep discounting, and whether that is something that's going to continue for long. And is it a good thing today, or is it going to continue for the future as well? And that is where we've seen certain curbs that have come in from the government. Again, social media is another thing. So, the recent newspaper says that the Indian government has called not the Twitter India team, but the Twitter US team to come and, talk about a few issues that the government feels. So as we are progressing at great speed, I think another thing that I would like to highlight as the chairman of today's Congress is the responsibility of doing business as well. As retailers and fellow retailers, I think one of the most critical things is that when we are reaching out to our consumers and customers today, how responsible are we when we're making our products? How eco-friendly are we? How sustainable are we? And what is the message that we are giving for the future? So that is something that today I think consumers have started demanding for, and they've started understanding that. And that is where we are seeing that a lot of things are moving towards organic, natural, zero preservatives. All of those terms that used to be maybe relevant and prevalent 100 years ago are now coming back. So, as we say, the circle comes back. So we see a lot of that happening. One of the other things that I would also like to say is that monopolization and monopolistic approach of some of the large organizations is also being questioned today, where we're talking about this 27-year-old entrepreneur who's become a unicorn in less than 4 years. So a lot of disruption, a lot of innovation is coming through, which is a great thing. I think it's brilliant for some of the young people that I see out here who are studying in colleges, that the world is open. The world is open. The platform is yours. You just need to get at it and ensure that, you figure out a way to move up and disrupt what's going on in the industry. And at the last bit, what I would like to say is that the most important element in this entire ecosystem at the end of the day is the consumer. So today's consumer is someone who has choices, is aware, is intelligent, and you look at right from the millennials to any age group today. It's amazing how consumers today are dictating the way that businesses are going to grow or retail is going to grow. So I'm going to wrap up my talk now, but we have a great day. I'm going to be talking to a few of our retail friends from the industry who have traveled from overseas specifically and especially for today's conference. I'm going to be quizzing them up as much as I can to dig into their brains and to get a lot of information out. And I promise today is going to be a great day. I wish you all the very best. And I declare the Congress open. Let's have a clap for that.